The resilient Jenkins, a TikTok family who captured millions by showing their nightly routine in a cramped one-bedroom apartment. They went viral, and the video that you're about to see is the video that kicked this family off.
You can read in the caption above, we're a family of 6 going on 7 living in a one-bedroom apartment. As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment to give them more means for privacy and extra space. When outside our environment appears cluttered, disorganized, what have you. But quite frankly, after making do for nearly 3 years now, I have nothing but a grateful spirit for the roof over our head. Generally, the instant judgment me and my husband receive, why have so many kids if you don't have enough space for them? See, my perception is judgment comes from a place of not having the experience. When you've experienced enough, you generally don't judge people. I can tell you after everything I've been through in the past 3 years, there's very little I have to judge people. I would be lying if I said there wasn't a point in my life that I was so naive that I might have judged a poor person based off their appearance. And like I said, I have learned a lot. I generally look like I'm roughing it, but that's because our kids come first. I do everything I can to keep our environment clean and tidy. When it comes down to it, I could shove everything my kids have in one bedroom of some of these houses I see, and it would really look like nothing. We try to teach our kids to take care of what they have, be grateful for what we have, we keep praying and pushing for the growth that we want. Appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next video.
With that video, they went viral for their resilience, for their ability to make the best of what they had. But what happens when viral fame doesn't pay the rent? Their story took a heartbreaking turn, one that left them without an apartment and without a home. But it makes me wonder, is it that they didn't pay the rent? Or is it that the landlords found out they had so many people in that one-bedroom apartment? Because guys, there are laws, and you can't have that many people in a one-bedroom apartment. Now, at first, the Jenkins were celebrated. Stephanie Jenkins, the mother, posted videos of her family rearranging furniture, turning the living room and kitchen into sleeping spaces for the children. The clips, they struck a chord. Millions watched, debated, and shared. Some saw resilience, while others saw recklessness. But either way, the Jenkins became a household name in the world of TikTok families. Now, as things happen, the reality check, it came calling. Viral fame doesn't always equal financial stability. Despite millions of views, the Jenkins weren't making enough to cover the rise in rent costs. Guys, we've all felt that. We all feel how high rent is and how high everything is in the world. Now, their apartment, already overcrowded, became impossible to keep. And just like that, the family who had gone viral for surviving in a tight quarters found themselves with no quarters at all. Now, guys, we know homelessness, it is a brutal reality. A lot of people have felt this. But for the Jenkins, it meant moving from showcasing their resilience online to living it kind of offline. Their videos stopped being quirky glimpses into family life and became a reminder of how fragile stability can be. The same internet that once celebrated them now watched in shock as their situation just unraveled, because they no longer had that one-bedroom apartment anymore. Now, along with that came the controversy. The controversy just grew. Critics argued viral fame distracted from the real issues of poverty. Supporters said the backlash ignored the systemic struggles of a family like the Jenkins faced every day. And in the middle of all, the Jenkins themselves trying to navigate homelessness while millions debated their choices online. And not all of those choices were good choices. And in the upcoming days, we're going to visit some of these choices that the Jenkins decided to make because they kept having children. Despite, even before this homelessness, despite only living in a 1-bedroom apartment, they kept having children. And she would plaster all over. She would say, oh, guys, if I could have a viral video, my husband, which secretly, it's not her husband. Her real husband is in prison for life for SA. Just side note. And we'll go through that too. But besides that, instead of trying to get a better life for the children that they already have, they kept having more. Not only did they do that, they had Amazon wish links right up in their TikTok, because people really did feel sorry for them, because these poor babies, 7 of them, they had to sleep on the floor, while Drew, the daddy figure in this resilient Jenkins family, and Stephanie would be in their own room, in a bed, with the door closed, while their babies would be sleeping on the floor. Not only that, you will see while she is pregnant, these choices that they make were just from her smoking illegal substances while she's pregnant to the buying of things such as gaming systems. Nothing, and the gaming system's not for the children, it's for Drew. And not only that, they're refusing of getting what they call a 9-to-5. Yeah, just like Gypsy Rose. They think they're better than having a 9-to-5. But guys, the resilient Jenkins, they went viral for showing how they lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with all of these kids, and trying to show how resilient, how great they are for being able to keep everything together despite the amount of money they have or they don't have. Now they're controversial for losing everything, because even though they went viral, they still could not pay for this 1-bedroom apartment. And it begs the difference in my mind, because if their landlord seen that they had that many children in a 1-bedroom apartment, it's against the law. There's laws. You can't have that many people. In most cities, you can only have 2 people per bedroom. So just imagine how many of them there are just stuck in this 1-bedroom apartment. Their story is more than just a TikTok trend. It's a cautionary tale about the gap between online fame and real-world survival. They remind us that resilience isn't just a hashtag. Sometimes it's the only thing keeping a family together when the cameras stop rolling. Not only that, Stephanie would keep the cameras rolling more and more for everyone to see, and not only see her parenting, but also discuss her parenting. And she did not like that one little bit. But guys, we'll go more into the pregnancies and things that happened before they left the apartment. We'll go in that tomorrow. So guys, tell me, have you seen these families? Do you know who this resilient Jenkins is? They just outrage me so much to see how they not only treat their children, but they cannot even sacrifice themselves to make sure that their children have a better life. Tell me what you think in the comments. I love you guys very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.